Hello all, welcome to another video from Shivaay Astro channel. Today we are going to discuss about monthly predictions for the month of November. To begin with, for Aries ascendant individuals, some important astrological shifts are happening this month. First and foremost, Rahu is leaving your ascendant and moving into the 12th house. This transit indicates that you should be cautious about your expenses during this month. Additionally, Venus will be in conjunction with Ketu, which means that Rahu and Ketu are affecting Venus, the planet representing both your second and seventh houses. This suggests that you may need to allocate some money towards your health issues and resolving disputes. It's a crucial time to be careful, especially regarding your marriage and relationships. Starting new business initiatives is not advisable until Venus stabilizes into the Libra zodiac sign. Moreover, Saturn, which is retrograde in your 11th house, is going to direct on November 4th. This direct motion of Saturn in the 11th house is very much favorable for increasing your earnings and stabilizing your income. This is an excellent opportunity to focus on organizing your sources of income, managing your expenses, and reducing any debts or loan that you may have. However, be little bit mindful about your communication. Strong words, harsh tone, or aggressive body language could cause disturbance within your family, especially with your in-laws or your brother-in-law if you are married. On the positive side, this month represents a opportunity for personal transformation and creation of a new identity. With retrograde Jupiter in your first house and no disruptive Rahu energy now, you will have the chance to grow and evolve. However, be cautious not to become overly confident in your knowledge. If you are in a relationship or experiencing issues in your marriage or business partnership, it is essential to minimize conflicts and avoid initiating conversations that could worsen the situation. Reconnecting with old friends and experiences some broken alliances is also likely. In certain areas of your personal and family life, you may find yourself involved in tasks that you rather not do, but duty calls, so you have to do them. It's important not to resist these responsibilities as it can lead to inner turmoil. This month may also see increased travel plans, which is perfectly fine and suitable. For Taurus individuals, this month could bring some concern about your productivity. You might not be as happy with how much you are getting done. Additionally, your relationship with your children might be affected because your career will demand a lot of time. To counterbalance this, or to balance this, I would say it's important to spend more quality time with your children and nurture your own creativity because your job will require a lot from you. People in media and production fields may find it little bit challenging to manage their tasks. However, this period may bring new projects and opportunities, even if they are slightly different from what you initially wanted. It's like aiming to be the hero but ending up with the role of villain in a movie. You need to be ready for change and some experimentation. Rahu movement in your 11th house opens up new opportunities and income sources, leading to sudden growth and new contacts. But it's crucial not to base your entire future on these opportunities because they might be temporary boosts and not long term trends. Saturn's direct influence on your 10th house will stabilize your career and it might involve career related travel. For those who are living abroad, returning to your home country may be on the cards during this time. Some may also face and resolve issues related to visas, passports, or citizenship. In specific regions, you could even consider moving from one country to another. On the whole, if you can balance your personal and professional life, manage your expenses, and work on reducing your debts. This month will be quite positive. It's a time for planning and putting effort, with results expected to come in the following month, particularly in December. For those with Gemini sign, some significant astrological chances are in store. The Sun, Mars, and Mercury will be in your fifth house, which means it's a time for learning and adapting to new situations. This is an opportunity to step out of your comfort zone and explore new areas of work and talents. It's also a good time to identify your strengths and work on your weaknesses. However, it's important to remember that not everything that shines is valuable, so please exercise caution. Rahu entering the 10th house and Ketu entering the 4th house means your focus will shift towards your career and reputation. This can be positive as it increases awareness of your value and contribution you make to your work and family life. But it can also turn into an obsession. So please be mindful of not becoming overly fixated on what others think. On a brighter note, Jupiter in the 11th house, without any negative influence, opens up new career opportunities and possibilities, and it will grant you your wishes, even those you might have lost hope for. You may expect higher expenses, especially related to education or property. With Saturn stabilizing in the 9th house, you will receive guidance from your father, gurus, and mentors, especially if you are pursuing higher studies or need mentorship in your field. However, you will need to work hard to put in your best efforts. Comfort may not be readily available during this time, so be prepared to step out of your comfort zone and maybe sacrifice some sleep and leisure for a brighter future. Your ascendant lord will move into your sixth house, which is favorable for healing and career opportunities. This period is especially beneficial for those involved in spiritual or research work, real estate, and architecture. However, if you are in media, journalism, filmmaking, or direction, you might encounter new possibilities. But fame and recognition may take time to come to your way. It's wise to steer clear of controversies during this period. Now moving on to Cancer Ascendant. For Cancer and Ascendant individuals, significant planetary movements are happening. First, if you observe, there are several planets in your fourth house, followed by Mercury, Sun, Mars, which will be moving into your fifth house. In 10th house, Jupiter is free from now Guru Chandal Yoga and Rahu entering in your ninth house. This period requires caution. Over the next year and a half, it's crucial to keep a close eye on the Moon's transit. When Moon aligns with Rahu, Ketu, or Saturn during its transit, it could affect your health and thought process, potentially leading to negative outcomes and tricky situations. Rahu's presence in the ninth house could lead to redefine principles and belief, often in a more scientific or unconventional manner. While questioning is healthy, moving entirely away from established principles and taking shortcuts in life may lead to complications. Additionally, Venus and Ketu coming together into the third house may prompt you to cut off relations with certain individuals, particularly those considered as toxic. This can be a positive step if these relationships are genuinely harmful, but be cautious not to sever ties unnecessarily. Saturn in the 8th house advises a period of study and research. Take some time to carefully examine what's right and wrong before making decisions. Don't let Rahu in the ninth house overpower your thought process. Jupiter is retrograde and stable in the 10th house now, offering new career opportunities, ideas, ventures, and possibility of promotion, especially in November. Career changes which will allow you to move to a different country or city is also possible. It's a dynamic yet stable month, making it an ideal time to focus on financial security, including purchasing insurance policies and investing in positive financial opportunities. It's important to keep track of Moon's movement as it's your ascendant lord and the fastest moving planet. Moon influences your emotions, and with Rahu entering Pisces, it may make you highly sensitive and emotional, possibly leading you to connect with things that aren't justifiable. By monitoring the moon's transits, you can better understand how your emotion will play out during this period. Now moving on to the Leo ascendant. For Leo ascendant individuals, this month can be divided into two parts. The first 16 to 17 days when the sun is in Libra and the remaining days when sun is in Scorpio. When sun is in Libra, it is conjoined with Mars and Mercury, and these planets travel together. However, after 16th and 17th of November, sun and Mars will move into the Scorpio. This is a good news that both sun and Mars gain strength when they leave Libra. You might wonder why this is significant. Well, initially sun was debilitated in Libra and Mars was somewhat weak. The problem arises because Mars is very close to the sun in Libra and becomes combust, which means it was overshadowed by sun's energy. Its proximity to a debilitated sun limits Mars' ability to fully exert its strength. It's like having all the talent and knowledge but lacking confidence. Negative comments and criticism can erode your self assurance, making you your own obstacle. Allowing Sun and Mars to move to your fourth house in Scorpio can elevate this negative energy in the second half of the month. While Sun loses some of its directional strength, you will be better equipped to manage your tasks. Those working for the night shifts or overseas clients may experience career growth this month. However, be prepared for some family disturbances as Venus and Ketu can come together in your second house, which might lead to unexpected expenses, perhaps due to family responsibilities. On a positive note, your relationship with your surroundings and your spouse is likely to stabilize and improve during this time. If you are married, consider valuing your spouse's advice. Rahu's entry into your 8th house and Jupiter stabilizing in the ninth house encourages research. But be cautious not to be overwhelmed by vast amount of data you encounter. If you are on a spiritual journey, you might experience many profound moments, but don't let these experiences lead you believe you have become all powerful. November can be deceptive and create illusions. So consider chanting Ma Durga months. If your birth chart shows a negative moon placement, chanting Vishnu Sahasranam or visiting Mahalakshmi temples can be beneficial for Leo ascendants. For Virgo ascendant individuals, it's important astrological event to note in November. Ketu will move on to your Lagna, which is your ascendant, and Venus will immediately enter the Virgo zodiac. This combination of Venus and Ketu on your ascendant might make you slightly unhappy with how you perceive your appearance and the way your personality is presented in the world. This might trigger a desire to change your looks and personality, especially if you are if you were more conscious about it in previous. It's perfectly fine to want to look good and feel charming, but becoming overly obsessed with it can be problematic. Some might want to even consider procedures like plastic surgery or therapies or chemical therapies, I would say. But it's crucial to get your horoscope examined before making such decisions. On another note, Saturn will be stabilizing in your 6th house and Jupiter will be independent in your 8th house. This presents an opportunity to stabilize your financial situation, including handling loans, getting money back from investments that were stuck, and managing business investments. However, these opportunities may come with certain conditions or changes that need to be accepted. You may also find solace in spiritual practices like chanting Ma Durga mantras. Be cautious about sudden decisions, as they might tarnish your image or create doubts in your spouse's mind. This caution is especially relevant for the first 20 days of November when Sun and Mars are in your second house. Once they move to the third house, They will become more stable and provide opportunities for productive work. In general, it is advisable to surrender to the flow of events during this period rather than trying to control everything. With Jupiter retrograde in your 8th house, engaging in spiritual practices like meditation can provide long term benefits. For Libra individuals, for Libra ascendant, some significant astrological shifts are happening. Ketu is leaving your ascendant and moving to the 12th house, which is a good sign. This indicates that the shifts and changes, whatever you have experienced over the past year and a half, are now going to make sense and become more meaningful. However, it is important to allow the debilitated sun on your ascendant to move away. When Mars and Sun will move to your second house, you will gain power and confidence. On the flip side, there is a retrograde Jupiter in your seventh house, which keeps offering feedback and criticism. While this feedback might seem like a hindrance to your growth, it's crucial to consider whether the path you thought would lead to your growth is genuinely right one. Saturn becoming direct in your fifth house is highly positive as it stabilizes your knowledge and gives you the opportunity to distinguish between what is right and what is wrong through experience. When your ascendant lord Venus is in 12th house with Ketu, you may encounter expenses related to educations and certifications. If you are in export import business, you might face period with little bit less returns. However, Mercury entering into your second house and Rahu exiting the seventh house provide an opportunity to declutter your life and will help you to become more practical. This can significantly balance or benefit your marriage and business. With several planets affecting your lagna, it's up to you to keep a clear mind and uncover hidden truths that might be concealed beneath the surface. Monitoring the moon's trajectory throughout this month is essential. A positive moon position encourages proactive actions, while the negative moon advises a more defensive approach. Praying to Ma Bhagavati can provide financial and health benefits since your ascendant lord is in 12th house. Furthermore, Jupiter aspect on your 11th house and 3rd house indicates that consistent effort will help you reach your destiny and identify your core strength. Overall, it is a positive month filled with changes, and it's important to embrace these changes. Towards the end of November, when Venus moves to the first house, you can expect real progress to begin. For a Scorpio ascendant or for Scorpio individuals, there are some noteworthy astrological occurrences. Firstly, Jupiter is stabilizing in your 6th house, which is in the sign of Aries. This aspect of Jupiter will have a positive impact on your life in several ways. It will help stabilize your situation regarding enemies and negative influences that might have been troubling you. This stability will declutter your life and bring about positive changes. If you have been facing financial issues or feeling trapped in some way, help will come to rescue you and you will experience a sense of relief. However, it's important to note that the Mars and Sun are currently in your 12th house and your Mars is combust. This means you might not yet realize your full power or the potential for good things. To experience this power and energy, you will need to allow Mars to move into your first house. Once that happens, you will gain a sense of power and be better equipped to tackle tasks with enthusiasm. Venus and Ketu will be in 11th house during this time, which might lead to outbreaks in relationships or partnerships. You could opt for some isolation and focus more on your immediate tasks. It's essential to maintain discipline and practicality as this will contribute to a successful career, a good life, and overall a good health. However, it's important to note if you lose track of discipline, you may encounter some deceptive forces. Rahu is entering your fifth house, which can bring significant amount of teaching and information in your life. It's essential to evaluate the source and substance behind the information you receive. This period can guide you towards certifications, especially in corporate field. Take the time to ensure you are getting a proper return on any educational investments you make. You might also have some concern about your children, their careers and their education. Give it some time and things should become more clearer in the upcoming time. The first half of the November may present some challenges, but the second half should be more manageable. Engaging in spiritual practices like praying to Lord Hanuman, chanting Hanuman Chalisa will help you to protect from some negative energy. Additionally, this is a time when you might gain insight into what your true enemies are, so open to absorbing this information without jumping into conclusions. Writing down the details and patiently waiting will allow the truth to reveal itself in due time. Now moving to Sagittarius individuals. For Sagittarius ascendant, there are some positive shifts in the month of November. Firstly, your ascendant Lord Jupiter is no longer under influence of Rahu. This is a great news as it opens up new opportunities for you. Your Jupiter, which is positioned in your fifth house, is currently retrograde, but it is now free from Rahu's influence. This aspect of Jupiter will also be touching your ascendant sign, signaling a period of new beginnings and fresh identity. It's a time when you will explore new ways to make yourself comfortable and may no longer dwell excessively on life's problem. Instead, you will find new ways to adjust to these issues and seek solutions. Regardless of the approach you take, you will be ultimately be able to find peace and harmony. After 4th of November, Saturn will become direct in your third house. This is significant as it can resolve issues related to your neighbors and siblings. Additionally, any shoulder pain or obstruction which you have faced will start to ease. While things may not progress at breakneck or very high speed, there will be gradual and steady flow of events, imagining like opening of the floodgates of a dam. Initially, it seems to be like a rush, but when the water soon finds its balance, it creates a continuous, manageable stream. You may also feel a disconnect with your current career, prompting you to explore new job or career opportunities. Venus and Ketu in the 10th house contribute to this desire for change. However, the 11th house holds a lot of astrological activity and your expectations might not be always met. Some things will align with your desires while other won't. But you will find a sense of equilibrium. With Jupiter in your fifth house, your overall productivity and personal development will increase. You will gain more knowledge, experience, and will become a better person overall. When it comes to relationships, the busy nature of your career might lead to lack of time for your spouse and family, especially for your children. Finding a balance between work and personal life is crucial and important. Expenses related to your father's health and property dealings may arise during this time. If there were any property related disputes or sales that were stuck, you might see those issues getting resolved, resulting in financial gains. When you receive such gains, consider donating a portion of the money to some positive cause or for social development. Engaging in spiritual practices like chanting Om Namah Shivaya while you praying to Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati will be essential during this month to help you to maintain your inner peace and balance. Now moving on to Capricorn individuals. November brings several positive developments for Capricorn individuals. Firstly, your ascendant lord, which had been retrograde, is now turning direct from 4th of November. This shift provides stability of mind that can lead to increased happiness at home. Any problems or conflict that were occurring will begin to normalize, and the things that felt out of control will become more organized. Jupiter positioned in your fourth house is also retrograde but now independent from the ill effect of Rahu. This arrangement or this placement will help you discover new ways to find happiness and increase your wealth. You may choose to invest in substantial and valuable assets or properties. This period is conducive to make solid and positive investments. Rahu entering in your third house may make you feel more experimental and inclined to try new things. While it's great to explore, exercise caution and avoid ventures that could lead to losses. Saturn is positioned in your second house, indicating limited resources. So, if you have a creative or innovative project, especially in the fields like science, engineering, technology, or communication, this is a favorable time. However, be mindful not to make assumptions that something will work without proper planning. Sun, Mars, and Mercury will be in your 10th house and later move to your 11th house. This is a great time for career change and new opportunities will come your way. Your reputation, which may have been tarnished, will be restored, making it very positive month for Capricorn natives. Venus, which is both 5th and 10th lord, will be with Ketu in the 9th house. This this conjunction indicates the possibility of career related to travel. Your children may also travel to different cities or countries for education and career opportunities. You will have the chance to steer your career based on your experience and learning. If you are seeking a new job and applying for positions, you will receive positive responses. On the health front, you might be concerned about your father's and spouse's well-being. So it's important to pay attention to this aspect of your life. However, a positive aspect is that Jupiter in the 4th house influences the 8th and 12th houses, alleviating the impact of Guru Chandal Yoga, which is now no more happening. This is the first time in last, I would say about 1.5 years, that you will experience an independent Jupiter balancing your 8th house and 12th house. It will lead to reduce expenses and wise utilization of your resources. Donating money and engaging in acts of charity related to Saturn and Jupiter can yield tremendous results during this month. Chanting Mahalakshmi mantra can have positive impact on your health and overall well-being. With both Sun and Jupiter aspecting each other in the first half of the month, positive vibrations will improve your name, fame, aura, and personality. Now moving on to Aquarius Ascendant. For Aquarius Ascendant, Saturn, your ruling planet, will become direct in your first house. This change stabilizes your ascendant, and having a stable ascendant means that while there may still be ups and downs in your life, you will have the power and stability to manage them. Your health will improve, your thoughts will become more clearer. However, it's crucial to act with discipline, order, and patience, just like Saturn wants. Rushing through things will not be effective. A significant career related change is on horizon. Mercury will move to the Scorpio, which is your 10th house, followed by Mars and Sun after 20th of the November. Hence, opportunity for career changes are highly possible. But the catch is that you will need to strike balance between speed and resistance. When Mars enters Scorpio, it will aspect Saturn and Saturn will aspect Scorpio. So proceed with caution. Venus, which is both the ninth and fourth lord, will be in the 8th house, which is not that favorable position. This can create issues in your relationships and may impact health of your spouse and mother. Career or income of your life partner may also affect you negatively. It's essential to offer support to your spouse during this time. While Jupiter is stabilizing in your third house, it will be still retrograde. This means that you will receive a lot of data and information which may lead to self-doubt. Sometimes having too much knowledge can hinder decision making. At times, you will need to make bold call and decisions. Praying to Lord Shiva with Mahamantra of Om Namah Shivaya can be very helpful. You should wait until Venus stabilizes in Libra around 30th November. At this point, things will become more comfortable and easier to manage. It's a time to invest in your relationships, your business, and properties without expecting any immediate returns. It's worth noting that for some Aquarius individuals, this month could lead to family dynamics changes or even divide between family members. So be cautious about this possibility. Additionally, your father's health may require your attention. Saturn suggests that you should take lead, be physically present, and take charge to address any challenges effectively. Now, moving on to the Pisces ascendant. There is a good news. Jupiter is no longer in the problematic Guru Chandal combination. However, there is another aspect to consider. Rahu enters your ascendant, which might initially disturb the Pisces zodiac sign. If you are a devotee of God or have strong spiritual connection, it will be easier to navigate the effects of November. This month could influence your thought process in a way that might lead you to think on different tangent. This can have direct impact on your marriage, which is deeply personal relationship. Additionally, Sun and Mars will be in the 8th house around until 16th or 17th of November. Because of this, your name and fame might be somewhat hidden. Someone can also take credit for your work in your career. Instead of getting frustrated, it is advisable to wait for some time until Mars and Sun are getting stabilized in Scorpio. Saturn in the 12th house suggests that this is a time to work on your discipline, sleep routine, and cleanliness. Donating shoes and walking can be beneficial. You might also experience a bit of isolation. Some couples may even face separation or divorce during this period. Therefore, please be mindful in managing your relationships. On the positive side, Jupiter in the second house indicates that you will have sufficient resources to recover from any losses. Rahu can provide confidence, but it's like walking a fine line. One mistake can lead to fall. Self control is essential during this period and it can be developed through practices like meditation, self talk, self awareness, and self appreciation. You should be prepared for higher expenses and family dynamics that may undergo changes. Your aura can influence others, so strive to have a positive and influential presence. It's important to understand that this time is a phase of self discovery. Both your positive and negative traits will become apparent, and people might misinterpret your personality sometimes as well. Allow this time for things to unfold and improve. Lastly, praying to Lord Vishnu can be a powerful remedy for challenges for this month. So, viewers, this was it for the monthly predictions for November for all ascendants. Hope you have liked it. Please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for listening and God bless you.